Bro, what's your favorite summertime activity? I know what his favorite summertime activity is. It's swimming. What's your dog's favorite summertime activity? Let me know below. With the heat wave we're all dealing with across the United States right now, I figured it'd be a very good idea to share how important it is to keep our dogs cool so they don't overheat and die. Dogs dying in cars. We have dogs dying in their crates because of the heat. And the heat is brutal, especially breeds with a flat face or breeds like a Canine Corso where they have a very short muzzle and they're brachiocephalic. It makes it much harder for them to breathe. So it's of the utmost importance that we try to keep our dogs cool at all times, keep them comfortable, keep them out of the sun. Don't let them stay outside very long because sometimes dogs don't know their own limits and they will overheat themselves without knowing it, which can lead to a host of issues. So in this video, I'm going to share with you signs that your dog's overheating and what you can do to cool them down to prevent them from going on full-on heat stroke and passing away. Dogs don't have sweat glands like humans do. They sweat through panting, they sweat through their paws, so it's much harder for them to stay cool in the summertime. When we have these heat waves going on, be ultra diligent on walking your dog on pavement. Pavement gets so hot and it can destroy your dog's paws. It can literally burn all the skin off your dog's paws if you're not careful. So please be careful when you're walking your dog. Before I let you know what I do to keep my dogs cool in this heat wave. What up, buddy? What up, you wanna be on camera? Yeah. Everyone wants to be a camera hog. But before I give you the 9 signs that your dog's overheating, why don't you do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, ring the ding-a-ling so you miss any of those videos. On Canine Course with Bruce Wayne, Joey, Justice, myself, or my wife. We got tons of videos for y'all. And also, if you check out the description box, we have awesome merch. Got Bruce Wayne right here, Bruce Wayne right there. Bruce Wayne, you look good on a t-shirt. We have amazing training courses through Fenrir, which if you use code Jason with those links, you will save 10%. We have courses for everyone. Puppy training courses, obedience courses. They're good for any dog, any age. I do make a small commission on the courses, which helps support Bruce Wayne, Joey Justice, and my family. These guys are expensive to feed on a raw diet. Speaking of raw diet, I have a raw feeding course as well. 9 signs that your dog's overheating. Heavy panting, frantic panting, that's a sure sign that your dog's too hot and you need to get them inside and cool. These guys are black, so they absorb heat. Bruce and Justice can be out in the sun for just like 2 minutes. It doesn't even have to be hot out, and you can feel how hot they are to the touch. If your dog's body temperature is over 101 degrees, they're at risk for overheating. Excessive drooling and that really thick saliva, that saliva where you can just like pick it off and it's just big strings, that can be a sign your dog is overheating. If your dog's tongue or gums become extremely bright red, that means they're overheating. If they have a rapid heartbeat, you can just obviously tell by putting your hand on their heart. That's a sure sign that they're overheating and you need to get them inside and cooled off as soon as possible. Muscle tremors, if your dog's just shaking and tremoring, or go even beyond that, they have a seizure. And then we have instability, lack of coordination. They kind of maybe look a little bit drunk. And then ultimately they collapse and go unconscious. Now, if you know your dog is suffering from overheating and you cannot control it, and it's one of those extreme signs, please get to your vet as soon as possible or your animal hospital to prevent your dog from passing away. And no 2 dogs are alike, even within the same breed. Bruce likes to lay outside and sunbathe. He comes inside, he's not panting, he's not drooling. Justice can be outside in the shade for the same amount of time or even less time, like even half the time, and he just can't handle the heat. He starts excessive panting, he starts drooling. So I really have to be careful with Justice outside in the heat. So always remember, just because you have the same breed dog doesn't mean they have the same heat tolerance. Now, to keep my dogs cool at all times, outside I have a bowl of water that I always keep cold and fresh. Inside they obviously have cold, fresh water. It's a heat wave right now, so I have all of our curtains closed in the house where I do have curtains to keep it cool. Above me, I have the fan running at all times. I have the air conditioner set at 68 degrees, and it's so hot out it can't even keep up. It's 69 degrees in here right now. 69, bro. Bruce has access to the whole house when he's sleeping at night. So if he gets hot on the couch, he can move to a cooler location. Justice below me does not. Justice is created at night. My office is warmer than the rest of the house. I always keep the curtains closed in there. The air conditioner is running 24/7, and I have a fan on there pressed right against this crate. At night, we do not close the door because we don't want to have stagnant, stale air in there, making it even warmer. We want some airflow. So on these hot days, keep your dogs comfortable. Keep your AC at least at 70 degrees. Keep your blinds closed, your curtains closed. I shut all the doors in the house. I shut the bedroom door, I shut the bathroom doors, just to keep the area where the dogs are even cooler. In the heat, guys, be very cautious with your dogs playing with them outside. Sorry, I'm boring you, bro. Right now in the heat wave, I'm only letting these guys play outside early morning and then evening when it cools off. I already played with them outside this morning. It was already almost 80 degrees out at 7:30 this morning. The sun wasn't up high, but it was still hot out. So I kept it no more than 20 minutes. And as you can see, Justice was panting so hard and they didn't even play that much. Don't force walks on your dogs right now. For one, the pavement's extremely hot. You are going to burn the skin off your dog's paws. Imagine putting your hand on a hot stove. That's exactly what you're doing to your dog's paws. Do not keep your dog in the car. Your car heats up so quick. 1,800 to 2,000 dogs die each year being left in the car. It doesn't even have to be that hot in the car, guys. I'm always ultra careful if I have to run into a store. This morning, for example, we went to the gym as a squad, my wife, my dogs, Kara, and I had to go to the grocery store. I only literally had to run in for 5 minutes. I am opting to drive an extra 30 minutes out of my way each way to go to the store because I couldn't leave these dogs in the car. It's way too dangerous. That 70 degrees in the car could turn to 95 degrees in 5 minutes. Imagine going in a giant stove and slowly cooking yourself. The suffering that these dogs go through in the car that have passed away literally breaks my heart. If your dog is experiencing signs of overheating, there's some things you can do. You don't want to put them in extreme cold water right off the bat and shock their bodies. That can be very, very dangerous. So if they're overheating, use cool water, not extremely cold ice water. You can put them in a bathtub. Like I said, they release heat through their paws. So what you can do is have them just stand in cool water. Maybe you can fill up the bathtub, get it up to their belly, have them sit in there, let them cool down, pour some cool water over their face, rub it into their skin. Once your dog stops panting heavily, try to get them to drink some cold water. A lot of giant breed dogs like Canine Corsos, their stomach can flip and cause bloat. If Bruce and Justice are playing, I don't let them eat or drink for about 30 minutes. If they're panting heavy, I don't let them eat or drink until that calms down because I don't want their stomach to flip. I don't want to cause bloat or cause any issues. But once they start calming their panting down, then offer them cold water, try to get them to drink. And a lot of people might think if you have a longer haired coat dog, maybe you should shave it in the summer. Nature is designed with an intent purpose. Because your dog has long hair, has a thick coat, that actually can work for insulation for your dog. So by shaving your dog down, you're removing that insulation and you're actually gonna make them hotter when they're outside because that extra fur, that insulation, keeps that sun from absorbing into their skin and keeps them cooler. We all want our dogs to live a long, healthy life. We want them to be happy. We don't want to see them sick. So just be very careful in these hot summer days, guys, with this heat wave going on across the country. Limit outdoor activity to early morning and in the evening when it's cooler. When you let them out to the bathroom, monitor them, make sure they're not staying out too long in the sun. Always have adequate cold, fresh water for them to drink. If you're traveling with your dog in a car, please be prepared. You never know what's gonna happen. If you guys remember when we went and picked up Justice in a snowstorm, a giant block of ice flew off a tractor trailer, cinder block size, smashed our windshield. We were stuck for a while. So your car breaks down, your AC's not working. That can be death for your dog. Traveling with your dog, make sure you have access to cold water. Maybe fill a gallon jug with some ice cold water. Store it in your car, in the shade, behind a seat where the sun's not beating on it, warming up. Have some towels with you. That way, if need be, you can dump some cold water on the towel, soak your dog's feet with it, put it around their neck to cool them down. I'm actually traveling with these guys tomorrow. I have a 3-hour trip going home to visit family. We're actually gonna go look at a new home as well. If you guys wanna see the home that we're looking at, that we're considering moving to, only probably a 20% chance right now. We definitely want out of New York State, but on the same note, it'd be kind of nice to live close to our family for a couple years before we make that move. Let me know and maybe I can, show you the property. I'm gonna have the dogs with me most likely. Keep your dogs cool, safe, and happy. Amazing training courses linked in the description, as long as merch. Subscribe on the way out. Until next time, we will see you later. Peace.